Grim Reaper.
Lupo, Bertha, Spectre, Four Eyes, Beltway, Vector, and their leader, codenamed HUNK, the Grim Reaper himself, as you guys and gals saw in the tribute yours truly had made for him, in the name of the Grim Reaper himself, the head of both Alpha Team, who are no longer, you know, employed by Umbrella since they were wiped out by William Birkin, and of course we have Delta Team that not only made up for Alpha Team but have become a formidable team themselves, each of who are known for their own characteristics, qualifications, and so many other things that makes them who they are. And aside from Vector and of course HUNK, the two of who yours truly will get to soon, the other members of Umbrella's Delta Team, the U.S.S. Delta Team, who are employed by the Umbrella Corporation in the Biohazard, a.k.a. Resident Evil series, a series yours truly love so much. Each one of them have their own names and backgrounds, and it's so cool, guys and gals, that not only do we have three fucking members of the U.S.S. Delta Team who are female, but we also have one rookie, and that rookie is of course Nighthawk, Vector, and their leader, codenamed HUNK, the Grim Reaper himself. Delta Team, who are of course employed by the Umbrella Corporation, which HUNK works for and is willing to die for, knowing that both he and his teammates of the U.S.S. Delta Team are expendable, just like those in his previous team, the Alpha Team. HUNK is willing to serve and die for them because what matters most to him, the Grim Reaper, is nothing but the mission. Success is a must and failure is no option. It's not, especially not for the Grim Reaper himself, who Nighthawk is a huge fan of. Trust me, guys and gals, he really is, as you found out for yourself in the tribute of mine to the Grim Reaper. But yeah, guys and gals, each one of the members of the Delta Team, the U.S.S. Delta Team, have their own tales, backgrounds, and names, unlike HUNK and Vector, the two of who, guys and gals, are very unique in that the two of them share a master and student relationship and bond. Vector, he does respect HUNK while also wanting to surpass him and to beat his master in becoming Umbrella's new favorite and their best weapon, which HUNK remains. But for how long? Because one day, guys and gals, even the Grim Reaper himself will meet his end, and he knows that. But until that day comes, he will fight with every ounce of breath he can muster, because what matters most to him, once again, aside from his teammates, even though he would beg to differ, is the mission. Because, guys and gals, he was willing to sacrifice himself for the mission, and of course he told Nighthawk to flee, but Nighthawk had basically disobeyed a direct order, all because he wanted to meet the Grim Reaper himself, and he did meet him, he did, but still, guys and gals, he disobeyed a direct order, something which, you know, HUNK will take responsibility for. He would, guys and gals, because HUNK's so awesome, he really is. And yeah, guys and gals, why this video is being made is because this team, the U.S.S. Delta Team, deserve their own series, whether by HBO, Netflix, AMC, Amazon, or whatever TV networks that wishes to adapt a Biohazard, aka Resident Evil series on whichever teams or individual characters from the games themselves. I do want them to do so for Delta Team themselves, and this TV series, guys and gals, can be made in the same vein as SWAT, The Shield. I'm talking about FX is the Shield, not Agents of Shield. Fuck that shit. But Shield, the real manly type shit. Miami Vice, Buraku of which is a French-inspired version of Shield. FX is the Shield, CSI, NCIS, and so many other series like those. Police procedural type series, but this one is centered on an anti-hero type team, which have members of who are loyal to Umbrella, but especially loyal to HUNK, their leader, because above above all else, guys and gals, the Delta team will die and fight for HUNK, because in Umbrella, you cannot trust any one of them, especially the executives, because as I mentioned, each one of them knows that they are expendable and loose ends will always be tied or cut, especially within Umbrella, and whatever may expose them. And that's why HUNK always takes responsibility, because HUNK, he knows his worth until he reaches his expiration date. I use the word expiration because that's how the executives views them, the whole team, and their leader is no exception, and that includes his protege, his closest protege, Vector. This series, guys and gals, if made, has so much potential and can be a success if done right. Each one of these characters are anti-heroes and should be as such, in the same vein as the Strike Team from The Shield and Buraku, among so many other series that portray a anti-hero type team or a villainous type team. This series, guys and gals, it can take risks and it should take those risks, considering that this is Umbrella, and Umbrella, what they don't want is a fuck up and someone fucking up their operations, and that's why you have HUNK, Vector, and so many other experienced soldiers who are fighting on the field, but HUNK especially, because after you had traitors like Nikolai and Albert Wesker, you don't want someone like them, but you want someone who's loyal to them, a good dog basically, which is what HUNK is, and HUNK knows his use to Umbrella, and despite the fact that any good dog would be put down when they reach a certain age, HUNK still fights for them because that's all he knows and he's loyal to the end. Both HUNK and Vector can clash with one another, HUNK being the old school and Vector being the new school. The old and new would clash with each other, and these two guys and gals have fought once. It was a hard fight, but in the end HUNK won. But Vector, guys and gals, he does have potential to beat HUNK one day. Vector will one day surpass him, but until that day comes, the newbie or the rookie will have to learn from the veteran. And Vector, he is experienced, but he's also green in some areas, though not as green as Nighthawk. And Nighthawk, my god, guys and gals, he would make such an interesting dynamic with the team, considering that Nighthawk is the newbie and rookie of the group or team. Nighthawk would question them about everything, and he would be the most moral one of them, the one who has the most moral, but over time he will lose his said moral and become a machine like them, especially HUNK. Even though HUNK, he does have a heart, a black heart, but a heart regardless. And the female members, guys and gals, I cannot stress how awesome it is to see 3 female members and not 2 or just 1. I hate that shit, guys and gals. It's usually, you know, 2 female members like in the Justice League TV series. I'm talking about with Hawkgirl and of course Wonder Woman. I want more female members, you know, to balance out the group or team, but in this case we got 3. It would be awesome to see 4, but hey, guys and gals, better 3 than 2. And of course each one of them have their names, the men too, except for Vector and HUNK, the 2 of who are classified and are Umbrella's top secret weapons, especially when they need them the most to exterminate other traitors or to take on missions which are deemed impossible. But for this team, Team U.S.S. Delta, nothing is impossible, and that's why I believe this TV series, if made, does have potential to be a success when done right. Witty banters, so many arguments between them, like a family or unit, and potential romance if that's needed between the men and women. It's up to the writers to do the characters and their bonds with each other justice. This series could also use a kind of score which could be the main theme of HUNK, which you guys and gals just listened to, a metal version of that theme. But yeah, guys and gals, if you want to watch that tribute video, you can watch it in the link down below. But thank you guys and gals for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I do hope that, you know, this series does get made. It could be titled U.S.S. Delta Team, or hell, it could be called HUNK because HUNK is awesome. HUNK and Vector. This team, guys and gals, I love them so much. Their witty banters, arguments, and bonds with each other would be so much fun to watch. And Nighthawk, the fucking rookie, he would add so much dynamic among them. But that's Nighthawk for you. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, peace out.